the day. We are finally going to Yellowstone, but right now we are stopped here at the North Shoshone River, just checking out the water. My dad's trying to catch a couple more fish with his fishing license, so we're going to be here for a bit, but we are going into Yellowstone Park. We're about 30 miles away right now. Current plan is to hopefully hit a couple spots on our way to Old Faithful because we are staying at the Snow Lodge. So I'll give you a tour of our room once we get there, but right now I'm just going to enjoy the view. He's caught a fish. We are running alongside of the road to try to get to him. Oh man, that's a nice one. We made it to Yellowstone! We've spotted our first buffalo. We are at Yellowstone Lake, just pulled over on the side of the road. I know we'll see better ones, but here's our first one. Goodbye, buffalo! After the buffalo sighting, we headed to West Thumb Geyser Basin. While definitely not the most spectacular basin in the park, West Thumb offers a unique experience given that it is the basin that sits at the edge of the West Thumb of Yellowstone Lake. This basin includes a short boardwalk showcasing the best thermal features, including the deepest known pool in Yellowstone, Abyss Pool, fishing cone where fishermen used to catch fish and boil them in the cone without even removing the fish from the hook, and the West Thumb paint pots, which were a major highlight for early tourists. But after a quick stop here, it was time to reach our intended destination. So here is our hotel room. Got a nice chair, got a nice bench by the window that shows us just another building, so not the greatest view. Little desk here. We do have a fridge. It doesn't look like it's been plugged in. This is the bathroom area. We have a nice little sink, little sitting area, which is where our cooler is right now until the fridge heats up or cools down. Cools down. We don't want it to heat up. And then the little bathroom. And that's it. After leaving our hotel room at Old Faithful Snow Lodge, we headed to the Upper Geyser Basin Boardwalk to Old Faithful Geyser itself. Old Faithful remains one of the most predictable geysers in the world, with eruptions that occur approximately every 60 to 90 minutes. At a height of 110 to 185 feet, Old Faithful is spectacular to watch, but we were just getting started. So we made it to the Upper Geyser Basin. We just saw Old Faithful and beehive indicator is going off, which means it's going to go off any moment. And just to give you some perspective, this hasn't gone off in over a day. It's pretty unpredictable, so the fact that we walked up and the indicator is going off is pretty exciting. Beehive Geyser doesn't sit far away from Old Faithful Geyser and is located on Geyser Hill in the Upper Geyser Basin. It is among the largest cone-type geysers in the world and considered to be the second or third largest regularly active geyser in Yellowstone, with eruptions reaching 150 to 200 feet tall. Before eruptions begin, Beehive's indicator will shoot out jets of water 6 to 15 feet high, 10 to 15 minutes before Beehive erupts. The average duration between eruptions is 16 to 20 hours, but can have variations lasting weeks between eruptions. When it does erupt, the show lasts approximately 5 minutes and wows everyone lucky enough to catch it in action. After a spectacular viewing of Beehive Geyser, we enjoyed several other thermal features on our way to Castle Geyser. Now, if I have to pick a favorite geyser, Castle is at the top of my list for a few reasons. First, it has a massive geyserite cone structure that is over 12 feet high, which makes it a sight to see even when it's not erupting. Second, Castle has multiple different types of eruptions, making it interesting to watch and study, but also a little bit difficult to catch in action. The best type of eruption is a major eruption, which we saw here. During a major eruption, it consists of two phases, a water phase, which lasts about 20 minutes and sends water 60 to 90 feet into the sky, and a steam phase, which is also impressive and lasts about 40 minutes long. The third reason that I love Castle Geyser is when the light hits it just right, you can see a rainbow during the eruption. This just adds to the beauty of what is already a magnificent geyser to watch. Our last, but certainly not least geyser viewing of the day was Grand Geyser. This is a spectacular fountain-type geyser that has heavy connections to the other geysers nearby. Grand Geyser only erupts during the beginning of a turbine geyser eruption, which will occur about every 20 minutes. However, Grand won't erupt until its pool is overflowing and waves appear on that pool slowly after turbine begins. These grand eruptions occur about every 7 or so hours and reach a height of 140 to 200 feet. At some point during the eruption, Vent Geyser will also join the fun and send water 70 feet into the air. If you are lucky, Grand will stop and then have additional bursts that are often more spectacular than the first. This eruption, however beautiful it was, ended up being just a single burst. And that concludes our first day in Yellowstone, which was filled with some of the most predictable and spectacular geysers in the world and tons of other thermal features. Make sure you hit subscribe because I have more Yellowstone videos coming your way soon. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!